So what is up everybody, welcome along to an epic tutorial on how to make a bootleg slash remix without stems. Say you've just got a full finished track and you're like, damn, I want to flip this into something different. I'm going to show you how to break down different sections, use the EQ creatively to carve out different pieces of the track that you want, and hopefully with a little bit of luck get you your first SoundCloud strike or your whole account take it down. I mean, that's a joke. Copyright isn't a joke. Pretty much going to be how to make your own bootleg for personal use so you don't get striked or shit like that. Copyright, no, don't. The tune I'm going to be flipping today is hopefully one you haven't heard before. It's from one of my favorite eras of music. Comment sections are going to be like, it's going to be Pendulum or 2010 dubstep. Yeah, the second one. It is a track called Soundtrack to Forever featuring Tiki Tane. It is a Kiwi classic, dropped in 2010. Oh, that is a sausage. It is a great song. And I reckon I could flip it into a D&B. Maybe Liquid? I was gonna say roller, but I've done a lot of roller over this channel in the past month. So yeah, let's go for Liquid, or we'll see how this plays out, but yeah.
Let's take this fall together. Embrace the moment now. We got nothing to lose forever, and no one to show us how.
Oh, this video is so good place.
Too heavy. What the world
expects
from me. I would jump, but I'm not ready, 'cause I need you here with me.
Fucking chorus. Links to the actual song will be in the description so you can listen to it fully, because I haven't butchered it yet. First things first, you want to actually grab the audio file. Lossless would be best, so that's like a WAV file or a FLAC file. I do have the CD for this, but it's downstairs somewhere in a box, so I'm gonna have to make do with the M4A, not MP3. So anyway, first things first, you want to turn off the start, and we want to roughly get an idea of what the tempo is. I'm sure I could look it up online, but let's do things manually.
What the world expects.
I'm guessing it's 140 because that was the BPM back in the day. Metronome. Sounds like 140 to me. That looks like the start of the kick though. That sounds right. Skip about the track. Sick. So it's 140 BPM. Load up the metronome, and once you think you've got the right tempo, bounce around the track and definitely double check that. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna make it D&B, so it needs to jump up 34 BPM. So once we're happy we've found the right tempo and it is roughly to the grid, go ahead and click warp and complex. This will make sure everything's locked into place using a complex algorithm. So when we change the BPM, it will match the tempo of whatever we're selecting in here. But let's go 1.7. I was gonna go 7.4, but that's a little more stretching, so I might just go 170. Let's go right to the end, create a new marker, add locator. This will be full tune with a capital U, why not? Drag this out here. Basically going to map out the song structure so we can pluck bits and pieces easily from it. Until main. Right, so the structure is mapped out with little locator markers. Easy enough to do. In this little playhead section, right click, add locator on the different sections you want to do. Next step would probably be to find the key of the song. So new MIDI track, I'm going to load up analog. I'm going to head to the chorus because that's probably where the root note is. I'm going to dance around the keyboard and see which notes seem to be gelling. E seems to be a hit. Now is it E major or E minor? I'm going to play some E minor notes, see if it gels. I'll play some E major notes and see if that gels as well. So we'll start with minor. Minor seems to be gelling well. Let's try major. Nah. Or, I mean, you can look it up on Beatport as well. Beatport will give you the key. But yeah, we're trying to do things manually for this video, so we're getting real hands-on. So we know the key is E minor. We know the BPM was 140, it's 170 now. It's time to start pulling apart sections that we want to jam. So. Just off the bat, zooming in, that looks good. Yeah, let's use that. Once you've selected an area that you want, Command E or Control E. I'm gonna take this piece back here, start building up a track with it. So, I've got some little looping glitches here. It's not gonna loop smoothly, but don't worry, we'll sort that. This little fade tool is very convenient. Click, hold, drag, bring it out there. Blend the two areas together. Nice little intro. I would probably want the verse to come in after that. So Command E, Control E to grab that, and then Command V or Control V to paste that. But we kind of want the end section here. So if we double click this one, we're gonna drag this whole selection we've got here using loop and the starting point. And right before it hits the verse, which is that point, so theoretically this point should be the right point.
Let's take this fall together, embrace the moment now. We got nothing.
Actually, for the sake of this, let's hear what Complex Pro is doing.
Let's take this fall together, embrace the moment now. We got nothing to lose forever, and no one to show us how.
I think that sounds a little bit better warping wise. Complex Pro. Yes. Got the verse here. We're going to layer in our own bass. So EQ8, drag and drop. And then select high pass / low cut. Let's cut this off at a point just below the vocals.
Let's take this fall together, embrace the moment now. We got nothing to lose forever, and no one to show us how. Sometimes it's all too heavy, what the world expects from me. I would jump but I'm not ready, cause I need you here with me.
Perfect. It's worth mentioning there's a bunch of different like websites or software out there that will help extract your vocal from your song and give you like an acapella from it. Antidote has the whole RX series. Phonic Minds is another good one. We're sticking entirely to Ableton this session, so nothing really external, but those are out there. They'll give better results than just like EQing up the bass and a little bit of a dip here and there for other sections. So I just thought it's worth mentioning that. Since it's our intro, I want to add some more bits to it as well. So Alt drag, keep this EQ pattern, and add a bit more reverb as well. Give it a bit more space. A bit more delay as well. Good little start. Make sure these sections don't completely clash. I'm gonna add a little fade right at the end and right before. So you don't get a random click when the waveform stops at a random point that's not zero crossing. Let's reese this because it wouldn't be D&B without a big, hefty reese bass and everybody's favorite plugin, Serum. That might be too much reverb. Oh shit. Okay, let's jam this. Hopefully get an idea. I need to figure out what bass notes are playing. Shit. Easy way to do that. New track, drag it down, EQ, cut off all the high notes.
Let's take this fall together, embrace the moment now. We got nothing to lose forever, and no one to show us how.
So I think it's E, G, and D. So isolating the bass completely, you'll be able to hear what bass notes are playing and play bass notes along to that to gauge which notes should kind of be playing.
Let's take this fall together, embrace the moment now. We got nothing to lose
I like this section.
and no one to show us how. Sometimes it's all too heavy.
This is a bit spice.
The world expects from me. I
work.
Sometimes it's all too heavy, what the world expects from me. Sometimes it's all too heavy, what the world expects from me. I'm jumping on, I'm ready, 'cause I need you.
Is this gonna work with we can just go straight to chorus. Alright, need some samples. Yeah, it's almost done. Oh yes, might need a snare to accompany that. We do have the kick and snare in the background, which probably isn't that helpful. Actually, no, we want a new channel. Drop this down. Keep the EQ. And drag the sidechain. I think I got my warping wrong for this bit. Yeah, there's the kick. What the hell was I doing? Not noticeable in the verse, but in the chorus, so keep an ear out for that shit. That is a rookie mistake on my behalf. Anyway, sidechain, kick snare, you can't see it, it's off screen. Oh, I can't wait for the bass that's going to be slammed behind this. It's going to be filled. Alright, time for the sub. Alright, so that was easy to figure out. Bass notes are kind of the same as the verse, so that keeps things nice and easy. Definitely want to sidechain it. Holy shit. Snare not quite hitting right. Oh, that's the annoying thing, we've got the snare in the background. Fuck. Kinda want the next section now. There we go. Ooh, this could be a time to spice up a new pattern if this bass is different. We could bring in this section, yes. Ooh, blend it. Alright, this section works. I want to see if it... Camera died, no! Change the battery, fuck. Oh, this could be good. Oh, probably logical to take the next section. Could be cool to try out different sections, just chuck it in the song. Like that, actually. That could be cool to actually transition back into. The beauty of the bootleg slash remix is you don't need that many tracks to make it sound great. The song's already a song, you're just like breaking it down, adding your creative flair and influence on it, and then coming up with something new. So yeah, haven't got that many tracks, but I'm digging it. It sounds decent. Let's go! 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, it sounds so indie without that respace now. Oh no. We might have to, it might be too much bass though. We can introduce this EQ whenever the sub comes in. Yeah, we don't want the sub basses clashing, that's the thing. Too much clash, but it sounds weird without it. We need to glue them together. We need glue compression. See, that is not gelling. Okay, that could work, that could work. Oh, this is gelling. New section, double up the pace. Fuck, that is not double. How long is the new section going for? Yeah? Oh, this might be too much hats. That snare is actually pissing me off. It's ruining the whole thing. I don't want to manually, And this is why you get stuff like RX-7 and whatnot. They can actually pull out the drums for a mix. I did it to my Res Flip in April. I used RX-7 to strip the drums from the original track, and it kind of sounded like this. And yeah, that is how to bootleg slash remix a tune to your style or version that you want to do. I still can't get over me stuffing up that early kind of cutting slash warping, it being not exactly to the grid. Such an essential part of the tutorial, and I was like, yeah, this looks good, chop, when it should have been like, yeah, let's hear the transients, you egg. Drag your track into Ableton, figure out the BPM and key, structure it out, add location markers so you can easily grab little bits and pieces here and there, and then start building up your own version on top of this pre-existing track, using an EQ to carve out sections of the original track you don't want, adding reverb to help with the flow, and yeah, just having heaps of fun with it and figuring out what works, what doesn't. Ozone's on the master for a cheeky master, and it's time to listen to it start to finish. Hopefully you did enjoy. Smash the shit out of the like button if you did, and I'll catch you guys next Sunday for a tutorial, whatever we're doing on this channel. Have a great day and see ya.